Great. So, the last time we left off, the Minotaur has been slain. The cultists were all killed except for one, who is unconscious, I think, and tied up, if I remember correctly.
Because I had to use dying on the man.
Yeah, we've had a we did not play last week. So, the last time we played was the week before, and I'm a little fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure he was knocked out. You guys tied up his hands, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so he's secure. He's unconscious. He's not doing anything.
Go over to him. Looking at him, does he have markings on his flesh or something? Like any ritual scarring or anything? Is there is this very organized? Is there like the robes and stuff? Are we looking at like a uniformed organization?
The robes are not uniform. And if there is a kind of uniformity to them, it's simply at a happenstance. They're just brown or black robes that are exceptionally dirty. The people themselves are also quite dirty. There are both men and women here. And this one is, well, odds or evens, Fruta, or Dimok.
Odds.
Okay. It is a female. So she, as you pull back her hood a little bit to see her face, there is a kind of intentional scarring on her face in a kind of pattern. But she is still very much unconscious.
Okay. Well, do we wish to rouse this one awake? Or take a whiff and make sure that we're alone here?
I feel we should investigate to make sure there's no others before taking her with us.
I could oversee her, and then if we rest for the night, we could cast Zone of Truth on her tomorrow. Get as much information as we can.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to stay here. Make sure none of these other things it's not there, but whatever that was. Demon.
The creature was... It seemed irrationally violent against
demon
summoners.
Why would it kill its summoners?
They didn't seem to mind being slaughtered by it either. None of this speaks of rationality.
As you guys are talking about the creature, you're looking over at it. You can see that it's kind of black and oozy blood pools on the floor, and it kind of bubbles. Not like it's boiling, but like, every now and again there are bubbles that surface and pop.
Is the form of the creature still there?
Yes.
Okay. Just take a little time, taking a look around it. Examining, its horns and skin to see if it's, natural material or something else.
Give me an investigation check.
Let's be with probably just a flat roll. Natural 20.
Wow. Holy cow. Okay. First... Is that the first roll of the game?
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. All right, great. Yeah, you run your hand down its fur on like the back of its neck, and it feels coarse, very coarse. The horns are kind of uneven. They don't grow evenly. And the points of them are quite sharp. This creature has clawed hands that sport only 3 fingers, while its feet are hooved. Yeah. And it's bleeding a black blood that looks very similar to the blood that you've seen coming out of all the animals recently. As you run your hand along its coat, you can feel that there is scar tissue underneath, like a line of it. And as you're feeling around, it's like a patternic scarring that is underneath the coat.
Do either of you know anything of reading runes or magical symbols? I think there's something etched onto this thing's skin.
Can I take a look at it and see if I recognize it?
Sure. You can come up and kind of start to feel around where Vimok is pointing out, and
if you run your hand along with there, you can feel the line and it connects there.
Make an investigation check with advantage.
I roll an 8 and a 6.
Samara doesn't feel anything. I mean, the fur is coarse, and it almost feels like the deeper into the coat you go, like the very fibers of this thing's fur will cut your hands.
Oh. Vimok, could you draw... I pull out my journal. Can you draw what the symbol looks like, or at least what it felt like on here?
I could try.
Ooh.
I can't really get a good grasp of it.
What kind of check is this?
You're
like tracing it with your hand, right?
It's almost, I'd almost say sleight of hand, because I'm like, I'd have my hand up on the creature and I'm like feeling it with my other hand and I'm tracing it.
The other one you could do is performance.
Yeah.
Performance?
Or sleight of hand.
I'd say sleight of hand.
Yes, I think sleight of hand is a good check. Yeah, I actually agree with that one right off the bat. Yeah, so go ahead and give me sleight of hand check with advantage. You got a natural 20 on finding the stuff, so it's not unknown to you where the lines are.
+2, 21.
Okay. Vimok begins to scratch out on a piece of paper. What is he writing with?
I think I've got some parchment, unless you guys do.
Yeah, who's forking over the supplies for this drawing?
Well, Samara said you were doing it in her journal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you're using the journal parchment.
Yeah. With calligrapher pens and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have calligrapher supplies, so I'm assuming you're making it with like a. You've got some ink pens and
I'm
stuff.
going to
like
try
finer
not to break
tools.
this.
Yeah. It's very fine. Yeah, it's very like this thing is smaller than one of your fingers.
We are not in the city anymore, Vimok.
I definitely stabbed. Sorry.
Vimok.
Definitely stabbed through a few times.
Yeah, we'll waste one piece of paper maybe with that 6 from the advantage just thematically. We'll go ahead and make sure you get more paper later. But yeah, we'll trash one piece of paper, and the second one we're gonna get a very decent drawing about what is underneath the hood here. And this drawing comes out to be very geometric in shape, with lots of crisscrossing lines. So you have swirls, you have crisscrossing lines, you have geometric shapes.
This is very detailed.
This is likely to take some time, especially if you want to try and save on paper, because you can flip the paper over and use the other side too. It's like a continuation instead of using 2 pages.
Yeah.
So you would have to let the ink dry and everything. So I imagine this will take about an hour.
Yeah.
And by the time Vimok is basically finishing up with his drawing, there is a bubbling from the pool of blood on the ground. This time more like it's boiling. Starts off slow, and then the blood begins to bubble.
Stand up. Take a step back. What's happening?
Not certain.
Pull out the pike. Shink.
Poke at it.
Okay.
Poke.
You poke, and your pike, the tip of it, right?
Yeah.
Goes into the pool, and it's like it's deeper than what it seems.
Pull it back out. That's weird. Very so something is happening.
And as the bubbling roils, finally a very tiny head appears, followed by a small body and a baby cow is birthed from the pool. And it cries out like a cow as it slips and slides in the blood.
I guess I'll go pick it up.
Roll animal handling.
Okay.
Put the pike away. That is far from what I expected.
Shit.
It goes to bite your fingers as you go to reach out for it. Oh, wow. Gentleman's 20 to hit?
No.
Oh,
I
wow,
still have my
okay.
shield of faith on, so.
Yeah, so, alright. So it goes to snap at you, and you're able to pull your hand back fast enough.
I'll pull out my hand and be like, hey, calm. Like, try to lock eyes with it a little bit and, like, mimic its movements. Calm.
Or...
Just, like, approaching it.
Okay. Roll animal handling.
+5. 21.
Okay. You walk up to the cow, and it stops and looks at you, and lets out a...
Hey, it's okay. I'll go, like, putting my palm forward so that I can smell my palm.
Okay. It cranes its neck and goes to sniff, and it slips. Once again, in this black
I'll go
blood.
to catch it. So then stabilize it.
Yeah. You catch it by the side, and its legs kind of shake, and you begin to kind of like guide it out of the pool.
Yeah, okay, just had to get out of that blood. Well, looks like we have a
New
pet.
friend. No, not again.
We will take good care of you. Like petting it.
It's
Go.
like moving its head to the left and to the right every time it feels your hand come down. Because your hand is like quite large. Or maybe you're like petting it with a finger or something and it like avoids your touch without like running away from you.
Hmm.
Well, it looks like a normal cow. It doesn't look like this.
Hmm. It concerns me a little that it came out of the blood, but just look at it. It's innocent. Surely.
Well, yes, but
Did they?
how would they? Is this a side effect of whatever they did to this cow?
Maybe. Maybe they were trying to transmutate the cow, and because we killed the Minotaur, it returned back to being its cow shape, and it seems as though, despite the immense violence it suffered as a Minotaur, it seems to be okay as a cow.
Well, yes, but the cow that was used to make the Minotaur was an adult cow. This is, and unless adult cows are a lot smaller, I don't think this is the same one.
That's true. But maybe the process of transmutation, obviously it's altering the cow. Maybe this is like a rebirth of some kind.
Maybe.
Should we wake up the cultists and see if they know?
I would like. I mean, I still have. If you want to use Zone of Truth, we would have to wait for tomorrow. But if you wanted to try and see if we can't get the answers out of them without it, we could wake them up.
I mean, we could always try. We could just knock them back out again. I mean,
That's true.
I like this plan.
well, Zimbok, I guess, lead the cow, and I'll go wake up our cultist friend.
There you go, Bessie. Yes. You must be very hungry. We don't have any milk for you, but hopefully hay will suffice. We need to get you out of here.
Do I have?
You believe
I
what?
could give him a jar of delicious peach jam.
No,
It's delicious.
I guess, but I do not think the cow needs that. We will get it food whenever we get out of here. First, let's try to get somewhat of potential answers out of this cultist, and then if they have none, we'll knock them back out and take them up with us.
Of course.
Well,
So you guys go to rouse the cultist?
yes.
Okay. Well, the cultist isn't asleep. He is unconscious due to pain. His body is in shock. Her body is in shock. So, I mean, at this point, unless there's some kind of healing done, there's, the body has to heal naturally before this person is going to wake.
I think I have one last level to from our fight, and I will cast Cure Wounds on it.
Roll to see how much HP. Okay. So as you reach down and begin working on the body with a glowing hand, crossing back and forth, healing all of the impact injuries from the fight. Eventually, this woman begins to wake. You've removed her hood. You can see that her hair is patchy, kind of long and stringy, and parts of her head is bald, and she has these kind of... Her eyes are sunken into her head, and her cheekbones are quite gaunt. And so when she wakes, it's slow. And as her eyes begin to open, she begins to mutter. Dusty stools, Nisnaria, Daria Nariam. She slowly begins to kind of look around.
Well, hello. You're awake now. We have a couple of questions.
She looks up at you, kind of with a blank expression, and continues to mutter, even as you're talking.
And Samar, can you show the paper to the lovely lady?
I'm gonna hold up the parchment papers with the symbols on them.
Okay.
Can you tell us what this symbol means? It was on the Minotaur's skin.
Roll a persuasion check.
I roll an 18.
Okay. Her muttering continues.
Oh.
Well,
And she just kind of looks at you blankly.
Are you present at all? Can you speak to us? It'd be awfully nice if you could.
do you think she's under some type of magical spell or something?
It's possible.
But so she's tied up, right? Her hands are tied.
Yeah, her hands and feet are tied.
As you guys are talking, she will kind of start to try and rise to her feet.
Ooh.
I would ask that you kindly don't do that.
She just
And
keeps,
put my hand on her shoulder.
Yeah, she just keeps trying to stand.
I can do this most of this day. I would please ask that you stop. Or I'll have to get them mocked to stop you.
Her hands are tied, but they're not... Are they bound behind her or in front of her?
They were behind her.
Okay. So she will begin to try and bite your leg or your shoulder or wherever she can get at you. She will try to bite you, even if there's armor there.
Oh dear. That is not good for your health. If you would like to continue to exist in the present moment, it would be best for your health to cease your activity.
She tries to bite. I
think she may be a little fanatical, even if she isn't under a spell.
Well, I think we might just need to wait until the morning,
Truth spell.
and we can try your truth spell.
Yes, she may be forced to comply then.
Then, Mark, if you would be ever so kind to come put our friend back under.
On my way. Stay there, better now.
Oh, wait a second. I have a second level truth spell. I have one second level slot open. I have one. It's the only spell slot I have left.
Was that about spell slots? I don't know what that means.
I have.
They've been reinvigorated. They can use their spell now.
I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. So you draw out a magic circle. Begin to cast the spell as you draw it out. And finally, the area around you and this deranged cultist woman is now enveloped with a kind of white, shimmering, almost looks like glitter as it kind of floats through the air.
Did she succeed?
That's a good question. Sorry, I was looking at something. No, she failed.
Alrighty. Mallory, if you want to ask the first question, she is under the effect of the spell.
Yeah, perfect. My friend, could you tell us who you are and what's going on here?
She is muttering to herself, right, as you're asking the question. So she's in mid-mutter. And as you finish your question, vocally, she says, non.
Okay, well, that was a little different than the muttering.
Can I try and like inspect her and see if she's like under a spell?
She looks wretched, right? As you begin to like walk up and look at her, there is a smell that comes off of her. Her hair looks like matted. What's left of it anyway, and there are these bits, these long stringy bits that come out, and then these completely bald spots as well. Her gaze kind of follows you as you walk around her, and she's still muttering relentlessly. Make an Arcana check.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
I mean, you've never seen anyone act like this before. I mean, your mind instinctually goes to, like, this is some kind of spell, right? It's the only thing that you can think of.
Can I inspect... Can I observe her and see if she's making, like, any attempts to signal outside of like if she's trying to like use like her hands or her feet to like communicate?
Sure, but this is going to take like a couple of minutes, right? Because you need time to observe this person in full. So while she is attempting to stand, Melrig is still kind of pushing her down. Her gaze swaps between him and you. Her feet are doing nothing but attempting to keep her balance and fight against Melrig's strength to stand up, which she just simply cannot do. She's either not exerting enough effort because she's tired, or she's not exerting enough effort to try and fully stand because she's just simply not trying. She is, but she isn't. Her hands are bound behind her back. I imagine that it's more than just a simple wrap around the hands. I imagine there's a knot that goes up to the elbows. considering this is such a dangerous person. So I don't think you can really observe much with the hands. They're not really doing anything. They're just kind of, there. As far as her vocals go, it is a constant muttering, and her eyes go from being very lazy to very bug-eyed and very wide at certain points.
Are you being compelled to act this way?
She just mutters.
I want you to try as best as you can, if you are in there, to try and nod or shake your head, or make any sign with your body. Do you understand us?
There is no visual response. No auditory response. Same thing occurs, almost as if you're not even asking a question.
Look, I think she may not be there mentally or magic. As far as I can tell, she's not of sound mind, either magically or actually.
Yeah. Do whatever may be having a hold over her might possibly be restricting us at the moment. Maybe our guide upstairs, maybe he's seen someone like this before. He's been out in this part of the island before. Maybe he knows.
Remember what your guide's name is?
Hold on.
Sebastian?
That's what it was, Sebastian.
Yes.
His name's Sebastian.
Believe me, I was just testing you.
Of course.
You would have won that test.
I didn't
Because
forget
all I
to
did.
write down his name or anything.
Because I totally forgot to write down his name. My thing in here just said pay to guide.
Yeah.
So, whoops. And well, Denmark, if you would just ever so kindly put our guests back under, we can check out the rest of this cave and then head back up.
Yes. Come on, Bessie.
Are you?
Oh,
what are we
yes.
doing with the
Person
With that old Bessie.
with Bessie?
Knock her out.
Wow. Smack!
Not Bessie.
Oh, you got to smack her?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's bound and also held on one side by Melrig, so no need to roll here. You can take 20. So you hit, I assume you're trying to do non-lethal damage, right?
Yeah.
You're just knocking her out.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage. Are you hitting her
It's
with,
just-
like, the blunt end of a weapon, or...?
Just my fist. So it's
Okay,
it's just 5 damage.
Yo,
so,
smack.
so you walk up to this woman who's tied up.
Great. I'm a hero.
You punch her in the nose. Her head flies back and then comes back forward just as quickly, like looking downward. Blood pours from her nose, and she continues to mutter.
Oh crap! Right,
This
you're
time
not
a
paper.
little bit more frantically.
Hit her again.
Another 5 damage.
She goes unconscious.
Hey,
Maybe with a broken jaw and a broken nose.
I don't care. She's
Thank you
evil.
very much. Well, let's make sure there's nothing else in this cave, and then let's head back up.
News.
Okay. So you guys can search the cave. Give me a... what? Somebody give me an investigation check with advantage. Because the whole party is helping out here.
I got this. An 18.
Okay.
Got this.
So there is an altar at the back.
Mm-hmm.
It is soaked with blood and the open carcass of a cow.
Mm-hmm.
But scattered about, almost as if they were tossed violently off the altar, is a series of small treasures. There is a silver bowl and 2 silver candlesticks. The bowl weighs probably like I don't know, what does a bowl weigh? It's definitely not a pound. Let's just put it at like half a pound. Yeah. And we'll put the candlesticks at 1 pound each. There is a tapestry in the back. Well, there's actually a few tapestries in here. There's a few red tapestries that hang down. These are more like banners, I suppose. They're kind of tore at the bottom. What are they made out of? Oh, wow. So 6. These are made out of silk. Which seems not right to be here, but the dice have spoken. How many are there? I think I described a certain number when we walked in, but I don't remember what that number is. Okay, cool. There's only 2. And then there's also a small, like, leather-bound journal. As you open it up, or do you open it?
I'll open it.
Okay. As you open it up, you can see that the inside doesn't look like a journal at all.
This is the coolest
It's not written to be like journal entries. And it is scrawled with a bunch of runic-looking glyphs that you've never seen before.
Okay. Could I compare it to the one that Vinmont took a sketch trace of from the Minotaur?
Yeah, who has the sketch?
Samara.
I can hand over the sketch.
So you walk over, grab the sketch, unfurl it, put the book down and open it to a page and begin kind of flipping through. I don't know. Make an investigation check, I suppose.
Yeah.
No. You
I got
begin
nothing.
flipping through, and I mean, this might take way more time than just, simply glossing through an entire little
Yeah.
journal that has, a bunch of these different sigils. You might have to actually like sit down and dissect this thing.
But just from a quick glance, there's nothing.
No, you don't see anything. I mean, things look kind of familiar, right? It looks like symbols are similar in appearance, but they're not like, you can't find a symbol that matches exactly what you're looking at.
Okay. We'll look more into it later.
Yeah, I mean, but neither one of these sigils you've ever seen before in your entire life prior to, coming into this cave. So there's, who knows? Yeah. But other than that, that is all that you find. There's probably a bunch of carcasses down here as well. It's gonna be mixed between humans and animals, and it's not really separated or organized in any kind of way, right? These bodies are gonna be kind of strewn about and thrown into different areas. The stink in here is just awful.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass back the trace and the book, the leather-bound journal to Samara and just be like, well, I guess if you wouldn't mind investigating this, you might have a little bit better of a chance of figuring out what it is than I do.
I'll take a look at it.
I think I can get those tapestries down.
No, you should.
Hmm.
They look like silk.
We could.
Can't go wrong with
No
a
problem.
little bit of extra silk.
That's true. But it might be worth returning the tapestries to the church to see if they have any recognition of what they are.
It's true. Well, we can take the silver bowl and the 2 silver candlesticks along with the banners and this journal, and we can return to the church and see if they match anything that they may have, or give us some type of clue of what it's from.
Yes.
Yeah, Vimok, as you're rolling up the tapestries, you can see that they are a red silk. There is no symbol or insignia on these things at all.
It's just red silk.
They are just simply red silk banners that have been frayed and torn at the bottom. Who knows if they came to a point, if there was like a fancy, crenellation design or something at the bottom. That's no longer present.
Mm.
Can I try investigating the book?
Sure. It might take a minute for Vimok to get these things down. Sure. Roll a simple investigation check.
I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay. So Samara sits down with the book and instantly flips to a page that has the exact same sigil and symbols that were scrawled out by Vimok.
Hey.
You can't understand them or read them or anything, but
Well,
I mean,
you
they're
know.
right there.
Well, listen, I got an 11 intelligence. I don't know what you want me to say.
Oh, look at that! First draw. Sometimes get lucky, am I right? Must
what
have
do you
had this page thumbed over, you know.
Yeah, my brain still must be recovering from all the damage the Minotaur inflicted on it. Almost dying. It takes a minute for the brain to reset.
Yeah, that'll do that to you, you know.
Yeah. Well, at least we know it's a match for whatever's language or whatever this is. Maybe someone in the church will know.
At least, can I take a look at it and see, is it how close did Vimok get to to transcribing it as look really well done.
Yeah, it does. It looks really well done. You got a natural 20 on that, didn't you?
For tracing it,
It's
like 21.
Yeah, it's damn near identical.
Oh, you did a tremendous job.
Well, thank you.
Is this your have you used calligrapher's tools before?
I've had to kind of copy constructions. There we go. And had to kind of do the same thing in a different way. So, kind of translated into that skill. First time doing that, though.
Oh, nice. Well, as far as first shots go, you did a tremendous job.
Thank you.
Do we have everything we need from this place?
Seems like it.
I believe
Now
so.
we just... The mock, I believe you're going to have to be the one to carry our 2 guests out.
Cow and the woman. Shouldn't be a problem.
And
We can at least tie the woman to your back, so I don't think that one's going to be too much. Cal, on the other hand, I don't know how you're going to do that one.
I think we should.
I think I have to make
and-
2 trips. My bag is very heavy.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's up top.
I say your bag's still upstairs.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, he dropped it off in the house before we went down the hole.
Oh, I misunderstood that. I thought you had your bag with you when you fell.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let me look back. Did you take it with you?
Wait, no, this time I have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say I was pretty sure you had it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you almost drowned with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I have it.
Okay.
Oh, you can take the cow up first and then come back for the woman.
Need to have like a
We'll
simple.
keep an eye on her.
So I guess let's go back to the rope. Hopefully our guide is safe upstairs.
Okay. So you guys will make your way back through the caves, back to the small pond, and the rope can be accessed from the way that Melrig came down.
Yeah.
So each of you has a long weapon, or at least a stick of some kind, to be able to like pull the rope towards you. It's not that far off. You're gonna swing out a little bit as you grab a hold. So, but this will just require a simple strength check to be able to climb the rope back out. So who is going first?
The mock.
I have to make probably 3 trips, so I will go.
If you get past the first one, I'm not going to make you roll the rest of them,
Okay.
just for time's sake.
That would be
I'll
a
cast,
16.
cast light on Vimok's weapon, so that way he can see going out the cave.
Okay, which is good. Does anyone remember the time when we came down here?
Oh.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure we were getting into the late afternoon, so
Yeah.
it might be like late twilight. It's almost dark.
Okay.
I think I've got that correct. So we're going to move forward with that. It is almost dark, right? The sky kind of has the orange tint to it. The 2 moons are visible, Timaeus and Eterna. And the stars are out. And so you begin to climb the rope. And
Yes.
after a long, painstaking minute, you are able to make it to the top, Vimok.
Got it.
Cool. Who is going up second?
Me.
Melrig, roll strength check.
Pull out Theseus's score sheet 17, please.
That's
Scratch
a
out the
7, so that's not gonna work.
Right, an 8.
Ooh, wow. Well, I guess we can go ahead and do advantage to try and give you another chance here because you're preparing to climb the rope as you watch the mock.
What? 14.
Oof. Okay. So Melrig, you are going to struggle to get up this. So I need a Constitution saving throw to see if you have the strength in you just to make it to the top.
That's a 17.
Okay. So your arms are sore by the time you get to the top. You will take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Samara. You are down here in the hole alone now. The rope in front of you.
I can, I'll, try and buff my way up the rope.
Okay.
I will try to, shimmy my way up the rope.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Fuck. What's, alrighty. Pray for me, guys.
You got this.
I roll an 18. Let's
Wow.
go. Even with a
Samara.
-1 to strength.
Better than even Vimok hoists her way up the rope. And almost just as soon as Melrig is done, like, sitting down and just catching his breath for a minute, Samara appears at the top of the hole. And just gracefully pulls herself out.
Look down in the hole, look back up at Samara. Where did that come from?
I don't know. Normally going back up is the harder part than going down, and if you remember, I fucking fell.
Yes.
You did.
I fell down the hole on my way down. So
That was impressive.
I don't know. Call this. We'll just, you know what? We'll thank the gods for giving me the strength to get through this.
Yes.
Right?
Let's pray that
This
it keeps
is-
coming.
Yes.
This has to be some sort of divine intervention. Praise the good word of Ardenas,
Sounds right.
and we need to get out of here.
Yeah. Vimok, the party will kind of hang out and catch their breath as you will make the next couple of trips. I imagine one of you guys will go and get Sebastian at this point.
Samara.
Okay. So you find...
Yeah.
Yeah, as you, like, step out of your area here, away from the hole, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception is. I roll a 12.
Okay. So there is a loud hammering that is echoing through this decrepit, forsaken village.
Weird. Do any are the rest next to me?
Vimok is down in the hole. Melrig is like, oh my.
Melrick, do you hear that loud hammering?
Do I hear the hammering? Yes. Do I need to roll?
No, you don't hear it. No.
Okay. I don't hear anything besides my heart and my ears. Tomorrow I think I'm dying again.
I try and listen to hear maybe where it's coming from.
It's coming from somewhere in the village.
Wait, you said it's a hammering, Samara?
Yes, it
The
sounds
back-
like it's coming from the village.
Sebastian said before we went down that he was going to barricade himself into one of the houses.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he is probably doing that right now.
So if you hear hammering, it's probably him.
I'll go out to the village and let him know that we're safe and okay.
I'm just going to lay down. It's going to flop back on the floor.
I'm gonna approach the village.
Well, you're in the
Hello?
village, but you begin to follow the noise. And eventually you come up onto a house that has like wooden shutters for windows.
Mhm.
And they're all closed. And you can see that 2 of these wooden shutters are shaking violently to the rhythmic smack of what sounds like a hammer or something on the other side.
Hello, Sebastian?
Hello? You hear from the other side, muffled.
We didn't die.
You're already done!
Yeah, we got it done. We went in down there. There's a big old cult down there. We killed them. Well, we killed most of them.
Wait, hang on, there's a crash and, like, the sound of a tumble, and then you begin to hear, like, the sound of splitting wood. Hang on, wait!
Of course.
The sounds of tearing wood, and then suddenly a door that you can't see is flung open, and to the side of the house, mere moments later, is Sebastian with his bag, and he looks sweaty, and his hat is in his hand. And he goes, I called you, say?
Yes. There was have you interacted with any cults out here in the
No.
No?
Absolutely not, no.
Have you heard of any?
No, can't say I have.
Are you positively sure?
You trying to, like, incite him, or...?
Yeah, trying to see how much he, trying to
money.
see. I'm gonna
Sure, roll an insight.
I roll a 22.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
he just looks deeply disturbed by what you're telling him. Like, there's a cult, and you just killed a bunch of people.
Have you? And then I'm gonna show him the symbol on the parchment. Have you ever seen this symbol before, or might you know of anybody who can?
He turns his head away immediately and goes, "I'm not going to be cursed, am I?"
No. That's a good point. We don't know. If you don't, well, no,
I would
no. You
prefer
shouldn't be
not
cursed
to
by
look at
image.
this.
You shouldn't be cursed by this image because we didn't draw it with the intent of creating a cursed image. There was no magic involved in this image.
Find it.
At least in this specific image.
He doesn't, like, turn back to you. He's still, like, got his back turned to you now, and he's, like, talking over his shoulder. How'd you find it?
This image, Vimak drew it. He was sculpting, he drew this image off of the image. There was a bunch of runes on a giant bull creature that was conjured out of a bull by the cult.
Turns around in that mid-sentence with an agape mouth.
This is all very terrifying. To be honest, I'm just kind of rolling with it through it right now. I'm sure I'll be dealing with the shock of what has happened today, tomorrow. Just trying to roll through with it. So much shit has happened.
Roll a persuasion check.
17.
His shoulders hang low. He goes, All right, lass. Let me see. Let me look.
I'm gonna hand him.
He does not take the paper. He will look at it. So when you go to hand it to him, he holds his hands up, almost like he's got a gun to him, right? And he goes, "Oh, no. I'm not touching that."
You don't have to.
And you can kind of hold it out, and he'll look at it. And he will roll a... Oh, wow. Normally I don't divulge the dice unless it's super awesome and we're in combat, but this is not in combat, still super awesome. He gets a natural 20. So you can believe him in earnest when he says, "Oh, I've never seen anything that looks like this. This looks like witchcraft. I don't want anything to do with this." He takes another step back.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I believe you. I don't think. We're just. This has just been a strange couple of. As I'm sure you're aware, but the animal attacks. This has just been a strange couple of weeks. And. I don't know if this cult is a part of what's going on, or if they're just doing their profane arts alongside whatever calamity is happening to the world. But when we killed the Minotaur, it started to bleed a black ichor.
He waves his hands up, and he kind of like takes his face and throws it to the side, closes his eyes, right? Like in a very dismissive way. And he goes, let's get something straight here. And he looks you in the eyes, he goes, "I was a farm boy, right? I'll make money giving tours of the island. All right? I don't know shit about what you're talking about. All right, you paid me money to take you out here. I don't know anything. You're talking to the wrong guy. You want me to point you in the direction of a village? I'll take you there. For a fee. At this point, an increased fee with how much baggage you're carrying."
I'm not trying to... You think I know much better? I've been living in a monastery my whole life.
Talk to them. What the hell are you doing talking to me?
Because you're the only other person besides Vimark and Melrig that I can talk to at this moment. To be honest, Sebastian, I'm only talking to you because I have no one else to talk to in this moment.
You've thrown a load of crap in my lap, lady.
The world has flown a lot of crap in our laps. I'm sorry, Sebastian, but this chaos is happening everywhere, as far as I can understand.
Cows charged at me until you showed up. Cows didn't charge anybody until 2 weeks ago. You think I brought the charging cows on you? No, this world's going crazy right now, Sebastian. Sebastian, two weeks ago, Sebastian, I received a message from the gods telling me about how there are thousands of choruses and how the oncoming darkness or whatever. And I looked up in the sky and there were thousands of stars falling. And do you think I wanted to see that? Do you think anybody wants to be dealing with what's happening right now? I think at this point, maybe Vimark and Melrig show up from around a corner, folling the sounds of the aggressive conversation that's happening.
To be honest, I think even the people who know what's going on are out of the depths. I don't. None of this makes sense, to be honest, Sebastian. And I am sorry that I just wanted to talk to somebody else who is equally out of the depths in the situation. I am sorry. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. This is a lot of pressure, and you're just some random guy I hired to take me out here because I wanted to help out some fucking tradesman. Some not even a tradesman. The guy who manages the marketplace. I wanted to help him because he lost a fucking caravan, and I've been cursing way too much. And I'm sorry. None of this concerns you. And to be honest, I'm sorry for bringing this into your life because this is extremely disturbing, and this sucks.
Make a persuasion check.
I roll a 7. Natural 1.
Jesus Christ!
She's having a meltdown. I don't.
I think maybe, like, at the end of this meltdown, he goes, "Right then, I think I've earned enough money from this gig. I think it's time to move on. I'm heading home. You crazy lot can take care of cultists and murder people as much as you like. I don't think there's gonna be any more murderous cows within 10 leagues of this fucking place because of you three. So, I'm gonna take the same route I took home. Cheerio." He's gonna grab his stuff, and he is gonna leave.
Thank you for guiding us out here, Sebastian. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope business goes well for you.
I'm a lot of money with this one, but it sure as hell isn't worth it. He says as he
What if I give you
leaves.
1 gold coin?
Ooh.
That's a
I don't
lot.
know. Hang on.
Is Sebastian willing to stick around for 1 gold coin?
Make a persuasion check.
She rolls a 13.
He stops. He turns around and begrudgingly begins to stomp his way back. And as soon as he comes back, he points his finger, and he doesn't hold it at Samara. He points it at all of you, right? It's like moving, and he goes, "All right, now you three listen here. No more delving into dangerous homes that have an improved basement. All right? I've heard enough. I'll take you as far as you want to go. I'll take you another 4 days. After that, I'm gone. And you're going to pay me a gold a day."
Okay.
I think we can manage that.
Fine with me.
That's it.
Tomorrow we'll drag this man halfway across the world. God damn it.
Just keep like giving him money just to keep coming.
The most out of depth man.
Look, Tired. There's a house over here that I've taken care of, and he's gonna pick up his bags again and a couple of boards that were thrown off to the side as he came out, and he's gonna grab those. "Come on, this way!" And he's gonna lead you into the house.
I can't wait for us to fight like God or something, and he's like, "I'm certainly this is a bit too much for me, mate. I've fighting Quebec, and that's too much." And then it's like, well,
10,000 gold,
Hey,
get in there.
yeah, just like yeah. What about 1 platinum coin? He's like, "All right, but not a second god. After this, no more gods." And it's like, "All right, what about 10 platinum? You're set for life, and your children alive." "All right, but 3 gods is the limit. 3 gods is the limit. You guys getting too much crazy bullshit."
We'll have the church make him like fucking their cartographer or some shit.
What about we just killed the king of the king of this kingdom. Do you want to be king? "All right, but
But only 1 kingdom, not 2.
only 2
One more
kingdoms.
kingdom.
Only 1 kingdom. You better make me bloody king of the world after this one."
Yeah.
You. "All right, but I'm gonna need
Only
2
this
worlds."
Yeah. You're now the ruler of the galaxy. I don't know what to tell you.
He's just looking around one day in his Palpatine chair, and he's like, "How the hell did I end up here?" I think things went a little off the road, mate.
How the hell did I get bribed into this nonsense? I don't know the first thing. I
don't even
do know
remember
about
what
governance
fucking
because
year it is.
They've bribed me into learning how
I
to
don't even
govern
know what I
effectively, but Lord Almighty, how did this happen?
Why does he keep turning from like British to Australian?
Because we bribed him into it.
Oh, he's Australian now. We
That
bribed him
was
to
what
bring
Gold
Australian.
Coins was for. We changed his accent.
He was always intended to be Australian, and for some reason in the last session that I had him, I kept slipping out of it, even though I kept trying to go back in. Australian is really hard for me to do, so this character was supposed to be a challenge for me, so just, I was ready to let him go, but seeing the dice have spoken, so...
Don't worry, Tim.
We're
You're
gonna
keep practicing that accent
Yeah.
for the rest of this campaign.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I won't lie. As soon as you were like 1 more gold, and if you had said no, I'd be like, what about 3 gold?
3 gold.
3 gold a day, go real expensive.
Yeah, I think we've all kind of discovered that Sebastian's a little greedy.
Yeah.
So we bit.
Yeah,
Sure, game.
Oh no, I figured he was a wee bit greedy when after the because I think last session we had a moment where he was like, "All right, that's it. Oh, I'm out of here." And I'm like, "How about 10 silver?" And he's like, "Okay, I'll stay for 2 more weeks."
yeah.
I'm in it for the long haul for this one.
I think it's whenever we were out in the fields with the cow, and we had to kill the cow. And he was like, "I'm going. I'm leaving." And you were, "What about 10 silver?" And he said the same thing again when we found the hole and we were going to go in it. And I was like, "Well, here's a gold. You can just go hold up in one of the houses." And he's like, "All right, but not one more thing."
That's why I think it's gonna be us at the end of existence, and Sebastian's still there, just
Still
like
here.
it's a bit out of my depth, mate. We're fixing the universe, mate. This seems a bit out of my. I'm just a farm boy, and it's like Sebastian. At this point, we've killed 10 gods. We've ended empires.
Yeah.
Like more than anybody, you're the man for the job.
You're now a minor god. You took over one of his domains.
He's immortal. It's just like, fine.
Fine.
I'll take a bag of holding filled with platinum coins then.
He's still being bribed for money at that time.
Yeah, he's still being bribed for money despite being like a minor god, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I love this. I do love this. I have to put us back on track though to keep us in line for break. Yeah, I love this though. I hope Sebastian is not a long-lasting character, but a lasting one in memory. So, all right. So Sebastian will lead you guys inside, and he has found. Let's see. He's found only one bed in here. So he puts his stuff on the bed and says, "There's plenty of room. The fireplace I think works, but I've not tried it. So there you are." I think he's gonna sit down and take his own long rest now after barricading the house.
Yeah. I'll take my bedroll out and just like throw it on the floor.
Sure.
I will as well.
Alrighty.
I will also throw my bedroll on the floor.
I will suggest that we probably stay closer to each other. Maybe in the same room, like the main room or something. In case there's brats that find their way in or something.
Yeah, this is a one-room domicile.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Just remember to tie up the hostage just a little bit more. I'll tie.
Yeah.
Hey, Sebastian, you were a farm person. I'll tie her.
He looks up from his journal that he's writing and he goes, "No!"
I can handle it.
Will you do it if I give you a gold?
He just kind of looks at you right from under his brow before his eyes flip back to his journal and he continues to write.
Okay, then Mark, you can do it.
Oh. Nice and easy, just like a seal, I guess.
Hey, whatever
Okay.
the steel thing is, I don't know, but sure. Also, you might want to get some food for your little cow there.
Yeah, Bessie probably would have left Bessie outside. Graze on the grass. Do whatever Bessie wants.
Bessie's her own cow. She can do it.
If Bessie is gone, so be it.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time we rest.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone will go to rest.
Yippee!
Yay.
And the rest will be interrupted
Oh!
by Bessie.
God damn it, Bessie.
Out in the yard. It's like maybe 15 minutes later. And she's...
Finlock, go see what your cow wants.
Probably wants milk.
Unfortunately, we don't have any milk.
I don't know. Unless there's a leftover bucket of milk from one of the farmers, I don't think we have any.
It's probably spoiled by now,
Possibly.
It would be, yes.
Well,
huh?
may have to. Bessie's probably not gonna like it.
Unfortunately.
So
I'd have to put her down.
No.
You go out.
Mm-hmm.
And Bessie is tied off to like a fence post or something where there's grass?
Yeah.
Not far off or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you step outside, you can see Bessie kind of like moving in the dark. And as she turns to look at you as you step outside, her eyes glow red.
Oh, crap.
And she begins to pull at the rope that is on her to try and get towards you.
She's been infected.
God, no, not again.
Unfortunate.
Can we not have pets in this party?
No.
First Helga, now Betsy. When will it end? Then, Mark, do you want me to do it?
Can if you desire.
I'll walk over to Betsy. I'll raise my warhammer. I'll attempt to smack her.
Okay. Roll to hit. No, don't. Because she's tied up. And she can't go anywhere. She pulls at the rope, right? And is pretty much stationary at that point, just kind of pulling at it, trying to get to you. So roll your damage. What weapon are you using?
Using my warhammer with 2 hands. So 13 points.
Okay. So you whap the baby calf, and it dies instantly.
I'm sorry, Betsy. Well, I guess we need to dig a hole and put her in it. Give her own little burial.
We don't have to spend that time.
Nah, we shouldn't, but it was only a calf. Might as well.
Yes.
I'll do it if you do want to go back to sleep. It shouldn't take long.
All right. I retire.
All right. So, Melrig, you will dig a grave for Bessie. And you're right, it doesn't take long. Takes you maybe 40 minutes. You don't dig like a super deep grave, right? It's not a shallow grave, but it's not deep either. You put the calf in, barrier, and go to bed. The party goes undisturbed this evening. However, Melrig, I need you to roll me. Or what is your passive perception, actually?
13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perception on my insight.
Okay. Yeah, so you will bury the calf and then go to bed. The party goes undisturbed for the evening, and you all will wake kind of at around the same time, right? When one person starts moving around, another one does like 5 minutes later, and the noise from those two wakes up the third, and so on and so forth. And so he'll wake maybe like 10 minutes after, and he'll begin to kind of pack up his stuff and come and meet with you guys in the morning. I don't know, do you guys drink coffee or something? Do you even have the ability to make anything like that?
I don't.
I don't think we have coffee.
Well, I think Christian
I
asked
asked
about getting it, and you were like, that's a luxury good, you would have to pay an exorbitant amount of money for it. And I think we said nah.
I don't mean like coffee specifically. I mean like, do you guys have anything like coffee, like tea, or do you drink something specific in the morning? Like, what's your morning routines? I guess
a hot glass of water.
One glass of water. Everybody's favorite.
It's normally a hot glass of milk, but we don't have that, so.
Oh.
I probably have some
Yeah.
kind of herbal drink. Tea.
Samara's probably drinking just like some water, and then probably just getting ready for the day, like doing like a morning prayer, some meditation a little bit, reflecting on yesterday and its chaos, and then getting ready and getting like her equipment in line and ready to be stowed.
Okay.
And maybe also trying out some of that delicious jam.
Yeah. I would think. Well, no. Okay, he was here first. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if there was bread in the house, and like maybe a form of like a ration or something I can give out as like the supplies, but. Pretty sure Sebastian would have taken any of that stuff since he was the first person in here.
Yeah, and he was probably looking around the village for stuff.
I definitely would be sharpening my weapons for the day.
Yeah, I'd be wiping my shield and polishing it, and polishing my warhammer.
Sure. Okay. So most of the party will wake roughly at around 7. There are certain chores that do need to be done. For example, like boiling water. And then sharpening weapons and stuff like that, right? All of this stuff is stuff that you guys take care of in the morning. And so after everyone has boiled water, eaten a little bit of food, and checked their equipment, the packing of the camp can begin. So sleeping bags are rolled up, blankets are rolled up, and by the time you guys are exiting out the door, it doesn't even look like you were even there.
Is the cultist still out cold?
I forgot about the cultist. No. I forgot all about the cultist.
Oh.
I definitely would have had the cultist wake somebody up in the night. But since we are already this far ahead, the cultist will wake in the morning. Like midway through your guys' chores.
I believe our captive is stirring.
Yes. Do you think we should take her back to the church? I mean, we're not too far from it.
It would be the best thing to
Give them
trek her across the wilderness there. No. What would we do with her out there? The best place would be to take her back to Mistcliff.
Yeah, the only thing we could do is either get rid of her or take her back to Mistcliff and present the journal and the cultists along with the report. What went on.
Perhaps they have a way delving deeper.
Potentially.
Making some.
Do you think we should bring the corpse of Betsy back too?
You buried her.
Yeah.
I know, but
Got always unburied.
you can always unbury.
I think it would just be another corpse of cow.
Yeah, I don't think it'll.
I think we have the important bits, which is the symbol and the cultist.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
with the trace of the symbol.
But there is
that
one
we got.
thing. I forgot to grab it. I was going to see if I could grab the head of the Minotaur. And the claws. Totally forgot to say to harvest anything from it.
Okay.
I mean, you can always build back in. I mean,
This I can do.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably going to have to go back in.
Yeah.
Considering you had to make many trips to get the stuff you had out.
Yeah. Samara, could you cast your light spell on something again?
I'll cast light on Vinlock, what item do you want?
Just a pike.
I'll light up your pike.
Thank you. Leave the bag here this time. I'll have my 2 hand axes on my belt and the pike.
All right. So you dive back into the ruins, the cave.
I fall.
Oh, jeez.
I slip.
What?
I slip.
He rolled in that one.
Yes, I don't have to do it this time.
I mean,
I wasn't going to make you.
Well, I did it.
But you did it. So, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
Just lay there for like 10 seconds.
Well, you're in water, at least.
Yeah.
Drops on. Just float.
The sun kind of doesn't shine directly down, but it does slightly shine into the hole.
So much
You can
for being
see,
an
like-
athlete.
Yeah. All right. So,
What's funny is because on Goliath, I have a thing called natural athlete, and then I got the athlete feat.
yeah.
Okay.
So much for that.
Yeah.
Love it.
So, you clamber back onto the bank, make your way down through the tunnels until finally you find the area, the big cave. And it's dark down here, but you can find the corpse of the Minotaur. Okay, so you can climb back out of the hole.
Okay.
And make your way back over to the house where everyone is before you guys finally do pack up and leave.
Oh.
But the cultists, what have we decided? Are we going to Mistcliff? Are we pressing on?
Mistcliff.
I say Mistcliff.
Yeah.
To
take her with would just
be
create more of an
a
obstacle, and there's no more we can do with her.
Yeah, and it'd be better for them to have her to like try and find something out with whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So we will make the journey then back to Mistcliff.
That way we can give the report back to them right away too.
That way it's fresh and not.
Easily. Oh boy. So, as you guys crest over the hill to this valley, making your way back to Mistcliff, you are suddenly being stared down by a giant cyclops from the hill adjacent.
Yeah.
And as soon as his big, thick head turns and looks at you, that one eye blinks and then gets real big before he begins to charge down the hill in your direction. So we are going to do... We're going to roll initiative. Okay.
Oh.
So, top of the round. Cyclops. So he is immediately going to pick up a big rock. And he is going to try and throw it. How far away?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1d6. Reroll on 6. Vimok. The rock gets hurled in your direction. And it gets... Wow. 12 to hit.
Does not it?
Okay. So a large rock lands in the ground right here in front of you. And the Cyclops will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Vimok.
Vimok plops the woman down onto the ground, stares down at her with the most angry-looking snarl, says, "Stay." And I charge my bike. Shing! 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dashing!
Jesus.
Oh. I'm gonna begin to rage. I bellow out at him. Fight me!
He will bellow back.
In giant.
Oh. He will bellow back in giant. And his voice echoes across this valley, and he says, "You will be my dinner, big man."
I am no man.
He chuckles as he runs down the hill like a child chasing after a ball.
This might have been a mistake. It's fine. That is my turn. No.
Okay. First, with my bonus action, I am going to slap myself on the face with Shield of Faith.
Okay.
It's gonna hurt.
Probably.
Slap yourself in the face.
Yeah, I know. It happens sometimes. Ooh, try to find the damn thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then with a second level, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at our Cyclops friend.
Guiding bolt. Okay. Roll to hit.
Shit. Every time. Damn it, every time.
Not the pain.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and wait.
The cultist is tied up. With rope. And
It's behind the boulder.
disadvantage. Okay. She cannot move this turn. Sebastian. Sebastian says, "Oh no! By the gods, it's happening again!"
not doing this again.
He kind of 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. He just kind of like goes in a light jog across the other side of the field, and he goes, "Get them! Get them! Not me! Not me!" And he keeps running.
You should probably have ran the other way.
Tomorrow.
Mara is going to, she's going to move 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50 feet. She's gonna, put her hands together and then like shoot it out really quickly and cast mind spike into the brain.
Okay.
That'll be a wisdom saving throw.
Ready? Yikes. This is an absolute fail, an abysmal fail.
You will take 3d8.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice,
3d8. What kind of damage? Psychic damage?
Yeah, psychic damage.
Ooh.
For
Okay.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage.
But the other important thing is, I will always know where he is, no matter where he goes.
Ooh, is that concentration or is that just a duration thing?
It is a concentration of up to 1 hour.
Okay, so be careful if you cast another concentration spell. We'll go ahead and put a.
Shield of Faith.
Actually, here let's put a little golden orb on you here. And we'll match him with a little golden orb. Is that a good enough reminder?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Any other bonus actions, movements, anything else?
She is gonna stay right there because she can't move any further.
Okay. Cyclops. He seems completely unfazed by anything you guys have done. 5, 10, 15, 20, oops. 25, 30. He will scoop up another rock as he goes.
Don't do it.
And he goes to throw the rock at Vimok. $13 to hit.
That does not.
Okay. That is the Cyclops' turn. Vimok.
All right.
Another rock, boom, lands next to you in your charge.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Luck.
Now, I have a question though before we continue.
Huge.
He is huge, yes. I have a question before we continue. Your
Yes.
rage. You activated that on your turn?
Yeah, it would drop.
Okay.
And so I'd have to do another one, so I have 2 charges used.
Okay, alrighty. I just wanted to cover that real quick because I thought it fell off. But
Yep.
Just wanted to check.
Yep.
Alrighty, great. So, you charge down the Cyclops. You rage as you run as another boulder narrowly misses you.
And I will go in. Actually, I don't have the pike because that's two-handed. I have an axe in my shield.
Oh, okay.
So I come in for a swing on him. Is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hit.
It's going to take 6 slashing damage and 4 radiant damage.
You come up and hack at his legs, and they are as thick as tree trunks. I mean, you bury your axe, and the Cyclops looks down and goes, funny little man. Big man.
It won't be funny for long. That would going into my next turn, but that's it for now.
Alrighty, Melrig. As Vimok closes the gap.
5, 10, 15, 20. And then I do right here. And we will do it one more time. Guiding bolt, don't you fail me now, you bastard.
Hold a hit.
That's the jump 21.
Hit.
Perfect. That'd be 5d6. $14 points.
14 points of radiant damage.
Yes.
Holy cow. That is a lot. So as the Cyclops is mocking Vimok, you hit him in the face with a guiding bolt. His whole body kind of gives off a slight glow. The next attack done to the Cyclops will have advantage. But in the meantime, this shock to the face, you can see his face kind of puffs up a bit. It's bruised, and he stares over Vimok easily down towards Melrig, and he begins to salivate.
No, look at me.
He's eaten my brethren before. Kill him. Get him now. And I am done.
Okay. The cultist, the unnamed cultist, who just mutters all the time until her voice is gone. Okay. Yes. Scoot. Oops. That was a double click.
Away.
Sebastian. Okay, Sebastian is right after. My mouse accidentally double left clicked on it. So Sebastian will, all right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. They're not looking at me. Right then. He puts his bag down. I looked for it last time. I know I have it in here somewhere. He will search his bag. Samara.
Samara's going to... she's going to stand where she is. Movement-wise. I think instead she's going to... E for legendary action. It's touch. She's not going anywhere close to that guy. She's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Using she's going to use Guiding Bolt. Second level Guiding Bolt on him.
Okay. Roll to hit with advantage.
She rolls a 25.
Oh shit.
25. 25 is a hit.
You will take 4. You should take.
If it's a second level, it's 5d6.
Hi, I'm Brett.
Thank you.
And I'm Jonathan. This is Darla.
You take 16 points of damage.
Let's go!
Ooh. Another guiding bolt slams into the Cyclops, this time in the like upper shoulder, like right shoulder, close to his pec. And he stumbles backwards a little bit, but his eyes do not leave Melrig. His eye, I should correct myself. His eye does not leave Melrig.
I think he wants a dwarven sandwich.
I'm trying to destroy him.
Vimok, smack him harder.
Is that the end of your turn, Samara?
Yes.
Alrighty. Cyclops. Still kind of glowing from the now second guiding bolt. He will attempt to reach down and grab Vimok to throw him.
Oh god.
So I am going to need a contested strength check.
Okay. Have advantage with this.
I
this
don't.
rage.
Ooh, he rolls high though, man.
What's this? Is it a strength check? Is there anything else? Like, is it athletics or?
You know, I would say go ahead and add your athletics. Why
Doesn't
not?
matter if you rolled really high.
Yeah,
22.
I mean, 22, yeah, no, he rolls a 24, he beats it by 2.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, natural 19. So he grabs a hold of Vimok, and with another strength, oh god, he will hurl Vimok through the air.
Oh. Ah.
5, 10. Okay, that's... Oof. Okay. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, Vimok, as you slam into the ground and bounce, re-entering the air and finally slamming back into the ground where your body tumbles and rolls until it comes to a stop. And a dust trail is left in your wake.
You big bastard.
No! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The Cyclops stares down with a wide eye. Blood leaks from his ear in the corner of his mouth, not to mention an open wound in his leg from Vimok's axe. Nonetheless, he stares down at Melrig, licking his lips.
I don't like that face you're giving me.
Vimok.
Vimok gets up. Athlete just whips up. Go 5. And jump at him. Jump attack.
Ah!
Alright, roll the hit. Swing your hand axe over your head.
16.
Coming down. You
Advantage.
bring the axe down into his left arm.
That's 5 slashing and 5 radiant.
Okay, so the wound almost cauterizes as you slash through it. And, oops, D20 down. The Cyclops pays no mind to you. Melrig.
Yes. Well, I'm going to try to hit it. Because I really cannot go
And
anywhere
you're using
else.
your hammer.
I'll be using my hammer.
Alrighty.
That's a 21.
Perfect hit.
And I will use Searing Smite at a 2nd level to go on top of it.
Okay. Great. Your hammer glows as you pull it through the air, connecting with the Cyclops' probably his knee.
Well, that is 4 points from the hammer itself, and then it's 6. That'll be 3 points of fire, and at the start of each of its turn, until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, the spell ends at the target or a creature within 5 feet of it, using an action to put out the spell, or if someone else affected the dose, basically. Basically, it's on fire.
Yeah. So his knee suddenly sets alight. He he begins to shout.
He's got hot knees.
All right.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I have my legendary action. Aha.
Yes.
I will go to smack him again.
Hold a hit.
In the other knee. That's a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
And
Perfect.
guess what? My last second level for Searing Smite. Because why not?
As well.
So that will be 28. That's 3. So that'll be 17 points for the hammer. And then... the spell gets... So that'd be 8 points of fire damage. On the other knee.
On the other knee.
So he has 2 hot knees, so haha!
Both of his legs are now beginning to be set alight.
Take that!
He bellows out in pain. This is no longer fun.
Try to eat me?
This isn't fun.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Good.
Sebastian find what he was looking for.
He pulls out something that is small enough to fit into his hand. And he 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, cool. It says, Oi! Big guy!
Oh no.
And the Cyclops doesn't turn around. I guess maybe nobody notices him because he's actually shouting at Vimok. But he goes to throw the thing that is in his hand.
Well, I am hyper aware during combat.
And where is it? Ah, here it is. Here we go. And suddenly the tiny little clay flask that was thrown by Sebastian bursts. And the upper half of the Cyclops is set on fire.
Huh.
Oh! Well then.
He kind of gives a nod of approval and takes his hat and slaps it back on his head, and he goes, "Right then, tomorrow."
Samara's going to cast Sorceress Blast.
Ooh, Sorceress Blast. I am not familiar with this spell.
Sorceress Blast. When you cast Sorceress Energy at one creature and object within range, make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 1d8 of type of damage: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison. It's like a cantrip version of Thunderous Orb, I think.
Chromatic Orb.
Chromatic orb.
Yeah. Okay.
Like you can
Alright.
choose the damage type of it. It's just not as powerful, but it's a cantrip.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It'll do. Let's do poison damage.
I mean, he's already on fire.
Yeah. Might as well just keep adding. Alrighty. I roll an 8.
Miss. Sadly.
Damn. As a bonus action, I'm gonna toss a cure wound. I'm gonna toss a healing word to Vimok.
Okay.
Cool.
That'd be 1d4. Plus 4. That'll be 6 points of health.
Thank you.
There's a kind of ethereal singing that emanates from Samara. And Vimok's wounds begin to heal as the touch of a celestial spirit comes down on you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Any movement, Samara?
Samara's not gonna move at all.
Alright.
She's chilling as far as she is. She's in a great distance, alright?
Oops.
Now we can see if the
Dang it.
Cyclops saves from
Okay.
the fire damage.
Yep. So
Yes.
again, my mouse
Yeah.
double clicked. I'm gonna take the input back. There we go. Okay. So save. Constitution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 17.
He saves.
Okay. The Cyclops is going to bring his great club, which is basically just a tree that he's ripped out of the ground. And he's going to bring it down on top of Melrig. Okay. That is a gentleman's 20 to hit.
Miss.
Ooh.
Multi-attack.
Oh.
No.
Ooh. 26 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
And you will take... Ooh.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt. You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you are nearly flattened by this tree. That is the end of the Cyclops' turn.
I'll start it out a third.
Right?
I'll interject, saying giant, "You fight me, not him!" I'll go swing. 19 to hit.
A hit.
That is 11. Wait, no. 9 slashing. 1 radiant. 10 damage every time. Consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent.
At the same
The
spot.
Cyclops
I'm gonna put
is
your flag
looking...
off.
This thing is looking really, really messed up. Like, he has burns and lacerations, bruises, maybe even broken fingers or toes. Anything else, Vimok?
I'll tell him, "Run! Save yourself!"
Don't. We can sell his toes.
Make a persuasion check.
Can sell his toes. It's crazy.
12.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see how he responds to that.
Sell his toes.
Okay, Melrig.
First, I'm going to see if. Shit. Okay. Well, no, that's fine. I'm going to attempt to hit him again.
Roll to hit.
That's a 14.
A hit.
Ooh, okay. Alright, these deals. That'll be 8 points of damage.
Another 8.
I'm gonna break your kneecaps.
Not today.
But one day.
One day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Alrighty. The captive. Ooh, nice. It's able to wiggle her way even more. Sebastian. Alright, my job's done. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going all the way. Samara.
Samara's going to hit him again. Another
Hit him.
sorceress blast. Hit him
Hit
again.
him again.
Hit him again.
This is
21.
wow, hit.
Going to be I'm gonna do acid. Some points of acid.
That's actually pretty decent for a little cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled well.
Oh.
Nice.
I rolled as high as I could, other than getting an 8.
Yeah.
I rolled as high as I could.
You're close.
Ready. I think I know the answer. You're not gonna move, right?
No, I'm not gonna move.
Alrighty. So the Cyclops likes Vimok's suggestion, and he is going to try and kick Melrig and throw Vimok to get you the hell away from him. So roll the hit on 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So you will take. Where's my die? Where is it? There it is. Uh, 13 points of bludgeoning damage. 5, 10, 15. Vimok, contested strength athletics check. Oh, doesn't matter.
24.
Natural 20.
Damn.
So he is going to grab you and throw. Ooh, look at this! He's going to throw you into Samara. 5, 10, 15. Yeah! Okay, he's going to roll to hit. He's going to hit one motherfucker with another motherfucker. Well, let's use the rock here. This is a good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Samara, you're getting hit. This is 21. Yeah, 21. Yeah, okay, hit.
Yeah, 21's gonna hit. Yeah.
So
It's a 21. I have like 12
half.
AC.
Yeah, we'll do half of this because it's a person. Oh wow, dildo. You and Vimok both will take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And he is going to screaming. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is going to try and get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
Vimok.
Call out, let him go. Let him go. In common. And I say it. I'd quiet down and say over to Samara. We'll track him down.
Yes.
We'll patch up. See if there's more.
We have about an hour.
What do you mean?
Keep that in mind. I can only track. I used Mind Sliver on him. I know his location, but only for an hour.
I didn't know that. That makes it way much easier.
Yes. So if we want to, we can heal up rather quick, and then get right back into it.
Yes. Don't give him too much time. Patch his own wounds.
We should just give him enough distance to let him think he's gotten away.
Yes.
I'll keep an eye on him.
You!
You guys could do it.
Yeah.
That was a
I
nice
wasn't worried
throw,
at all.
Sebastian.
Yeah, you like that, didn't you?
I did. You helped. You were a hero today.
Thank you. Thank you. Sadly, I can only do it once.
Unfortunate, but still,
It's the only one I had.
do appreciate it. Can more of those be acquired?
I don't know. Purchased it from a traveling merchant.
Have to look
I'm
out
happy
for
it did
these
exactly what he told me it would.
merchants. It's impressive. Oh, you. Stop
Yep.
slinking around. I said stay.
Cutscene.
Well, I feel we need to try and put ourselves back together. We should need to follow him quickly
Yes.
before we lose the trail.
That was our magical supply.
Well,
I used a second level and a first level. I have 2 more second levels and 3 more first level spells.
I have 3 more first levels and I'm all out of second level.
I can also use my sorcery. I also have a reserve that I can use to edit my spells. It seems, and I can use those to create more spells. So up to 2 more higher level spells and 4 more first levels.
Perhaps the
We need to
route would
quickly-
be to go with magical healing.
Yes.
Go after him.
Melrick, if you want, I can expend my magical healing first, because I can recover mine.
That would be probably the best way to do it.
I'll use Healing Hands on Vimok to recover 4 hit points on him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast... I'm going to use Twin Spell to cast Cure Wounds at a first level on Vimok and Melrig for a total of 1d8 plus 4. They both will receive 9 hit points.
Nice.
That's-
I'm feeling quite good.
I will cast again that same combo on me and Melrig
Okay.
for another 9 hit points.
I am feeling marginally better. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself. Just try and get it a little more.
Mhm.
Shit, that's 4 points. That's better enough.
10 HP.
10 HP. Hey.
Yeah.
No.
You got
Fair
nothing. You're not getting anything, Sebastian. Well, I think we need to quickly follow before we lose the trail.
Yes. If there are more, I think we should retreat. Let the forces of Mistcliff know.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys will begin to track down Cyclops. Yeah. So, your travels will take you into the woods, the nearby woods. And I think Samara, you had the best passive perception?
Yes.
Okay. So Samara, you will begin to hear the Cyclops, his voice kind of echoing in between the trees, where he goes, "Ow, ow, hurt, ah."
He's how far away from us is he?
Hard to tell, really. This voice is deep. It echoes. It's not like a human voice at all. But it's, somewhere in front of you. It's not close, right? You're not gonna, like, stumble across him or anything, but...
I mean, I should be able to...
Is Mind Sliver still up?
Yeah, it should still be active.
I think Mind Sliver should still be active for now.
Oh, yeah, with Mind Sliver, yeah, sorry, I was just thinking sound. With Mind Sliver, he's maybe... what is that? Like 2,500 feet in front of you?
2,500 feet?
Yep.
Okay. He ran in front of us, and he is 2,500 feet ahead of us. We can catch up to him soon.
Good.
But he seems to be nursing his wound, so we should probably get him while he's vulnerable right now.
And we best go.
Yes.
Yes.
The hunt must continue.
What does the hunt look like? Is this a stealth thing? Is this we just march in and kill it? Like...
Let's do a stealth. See what he's doing.
So I am going to need stealth checks then from everyone.
Gosh, son of a bitch. Why you always gotta do stealth stuff? God damn it.
15. Natural 20. God.
Yes.
Goddamn.
Well, that's a 6.
Okay. Great. So, you guys begin to slowly make your approach. And, maybe when you guys are like... You guys begin to creep forward through the trees, and there is a clearing that has been flattened, and trees have been ripped out of the ground to clear the land. Some of those trees have been laid down to form, like, I guess a wall, but calling it a wall is not really accurate. It's more like a collection of timbers, right, that are just kind of stacked on top of each other and falling all over one another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a brush pile, kind of?
Not really. It's like somebody took a bunch of logs, or a bunch of trees, cut off the branches so they had just straight logs, and then just kind of laid them on top of each other without any ropes to keep them in one spot or anything. They're just kind of just kind of a stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Copy. And so when you guys come up onto the clearing, sadly, the Cyclops will hear you guys because of a low stealth roll. Gotta wonder who that was.
I am wearing heavy armor. I have disadvantage.
Yep. Precisely. Okay. Can everybody still see the initiatives?
No.
No? Alright. I guess it has an issue when you transfer screens. Alright. Initiatives, please. Ooh, another high initiative roll. This Cyclops is not messing around. Okay. So, flat. Flat roll. Sebastian. Samara.
Marl's a 9.
Great. Okay. The Cyclops, not taking any chances, hears a noise in the woods. Grabs a hold of the nearest boulder and hucks it into the tree line.
Yuck.
So it will hit probably Melrig or Vimok. Odds or evens, Melrig?
Even.
Okay. Goes for Melrig.
Yay.
Roll to hit. Gentleman's 20 to hit.
Since it's been longer than 10 minutes, it'll hit. Because it'll match.
Okay. And so... Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Yay.
This
Great.
big rock
Yeah.
comes in. You take... Oops. You take 31 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay back here. I think I'm going to watch the cult. You guys got this.
Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No! No! And you can see that in this clearing, scattered among the broken pieces of wood and everything, is sacks. And a cart. Several other different things of treasured human valuables.
I thought
all
you would
over.
have claimed trophies. Big one.
Sebastian says, oh, no. No. I'm going to actually go back up now. I didn't know he was right here.
You should really back up.
So he's going to back up. And we go straight to Melrig.
Sebastian, take me with you. Well, you re-rolled for my legendary action. I'm not getting close enough, so it doesn't matter. I guess first I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself to get that armor class back up, because, oh god.
Okay.
And then for my regular action, I am to slap myself with cure wound, to try and not die. Be fun. God, I gotta stop rolling low on these fucking heals.
Sorry, man.
And I'm just gonna
It's
go.
just-
Gonna
yeah,
go
it's
right
just-
over here. Hey, Samara, how you doing? Binlock, you got this. I believe in you.
Tamara, if you need to pass through anyone, you can. But you are up.
Egads. She's going to cast a wonderful spell, Guiding Bolt,
Go hit.
at the second level. She rolls a 13.
Deadly 13 is a miss.
Damn.
sorry.
As a bonus action, she's gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Okay.
Bumping her AC up to 14. She moved what, 10, 15 feet, so she's gonna move 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15. She's gonna move here.
Okay.
Into the trees.
Demok.
I turn to the cultist. Stay!
Don't worry, I'll watch.
And I will grab one of my javelins to use as a spear.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And as I'm running, I go into a rage, and I'm technically running and jumping up to go for a spear jab, like into his chest.
Okay. I take it you left your bag back
Yes.
over by. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Roll to hit.
I can't. I had 2 dash.
Oh, okay.
But I am
well,
jumping up. And...
So the cultist. All right, and now the Cyclops. Okay, so as you leap into the air, the Cyclops will attempt to swing at you like a ball that has been thrown to him. Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah. This is 27 to hit, 26 to hit. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he will connect with you in midair with this tree trunk. And what is the damage for tree? Okay. You You take 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are knocked to the ground. The Cyclops will roll to hit again. Multi-attack. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Oof. $22 points of bludgeoning damage.
11. I want to use my reaction for Stone's Endurance to reduce the damage. It's D12 plus 2. Reduces it by 9. 15. Cut that in half to 7.
So you just take a tree to the chest and still stand.
Skirt back like a foot. Look at him.
You got this, Venmock. I believe in you.
You got this, buddy.
Sebastian is going to keep running away to the point where he is no longer on the map and really in any danger whatsoever. Melrick.
Well, I will move forward. 10, 20. I'll stand right next to Smar. And then where's cantrips? I will use my cantrip Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
Yes.
He rolls a natural 18 on the dexterity saving throw.
Shit.
No damage done, sadly.
Now I'm just stand here.
Samara.
Samara's gonna cast another she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Dang.
She's gonna use a sorcery point to recover a first level spell. She's gonna cast, she's gonna run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Vimak.
Okay.
Doing 1d8 plus 4. She rolls 7. She's gonna step back 5 feet. She's gonna step back 5 feet. And that'll be the end of her turn.
Ready, Vimak.
Vimak will go circle around him a bit, try and take his eye to his right a little bit more. Go in for a swing on the other leg.
Okay, roll to hit.
Well, actually, a stab. That is a 13 to hit.
Sadly, it's a miss.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Cultist.
I hit the kneecap! Oh!
It's already singed. Go for the singed parts.
The Cyclops will retaliate by bringing down his tree again. D20 down.
No.
That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage as he attempts to flatten you into the ground. Saying, "Go away, you mushroom!"
No!
Mushroom.
After that hit, can I use my legendary action to try and, I don't know, like drop kick him in the chest quick? That's the only way I could think to throw him.
Yeah, really.
Sure.
Okay. So I will just... No! Boom! Make him topple back 15 feet.
Okay, so he slams down the tree. You leap into the air, kick off the tree, and slam into his chest, which makes him stumble backward 5, 10, 15.
But
then he will
strong.
Then he will re-engage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Odds or even, Samara?
I'll go odds.
Okay.
So.
The Cyclops will bring his weapon back down. Ooh, and his club, his tree shatters. It explodes into a million pieces, striking a large boulder that was just barely visible poking up out of the ground.
But no, he only has boulders to throw.
Right.
Melrig.
Let's move 5, 10, 15. Do this first. Aha, I have it back.
Nice.
Then I will swing at him to try and hit him.
Rolled hit.
Shit.
Miss.
Hey, how you doing there?
He's just kind of spinning now in a frantic rage, looking at all the little people below him that just seem so relentless.
All right, well, Samara, you got this.
I'll try my best. Samara is gonna go 5. 10.
Okay. Attack of opportunity. Samara,
You're about to get whacked.
26 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah, that'll do it.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he kicks you in the back and you fall over. Oof.
I'm gonna get up and then I'll remove half my movement.
No. It's just thematic. You're not prone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20. Fuck, that hurt. And then she's gonna cast Sorceress Blast on him. Oh, son of a gun. She should have used her blindness. Damn it. It's fine. She's gonna cast Sorceress Blast.
Roll the hit.
She should have used her legendary. Do blindness, but she did. The 20. Is it 20 hit?
Nope. Yeah, it does.
I
Yeah.
was like, what, real? Crazy. Real?
If it doesn't, then shit.
Real is crazy. Just 1 point of fuck it, psychic damage.
Nice. Okay.
Fucking tickle his brain.
Tickle his brain. Yeah.
Tickle it a little bit.
His nose runs.
Yeah.
Aha!
It's fucking annoying.
I think he'd probably just go, "What's that?
Fucking what's that?
What's that?"
Sneezes.
Vimok.
Vimok will go to stab it in the Achilles heel area. Roll. With a 3 to hit.
Hit.
That is 6 piercing damage and 5 radiant damage. Actually, I have 2.
Okay, Vimok. How do you want to bring this thing down?
All right. So I stab the thing in the Achilles heel, and it drops down onto the one knee. I jump up onto its head and bring it down backwards from me, or like towards me, and like drop down. But I don't let it drop down on me. That would hurt.
Yeah.
And I say, Melrig, get it! Then we'll
Got it.
will jump up and, I don't know, stab it through the heart.
Look it.
Okay. Yeah.
Tag team.
Like a hammer.
Guys, yeah, he falls to the ground, and the both of you assail.
I'll lodge an
Cyclops.
axe into its chest, and Elrig will hammer it in.
Ooh, okay, that's
Fucking
cool.
hammer nail it.
Yeah. So you take one of your hand axes and put it right in the center of his chest, and Melrin comes in and hammers it in. The Cyclops screams, his eye widens, and his arms flail about as he just reaches for anything that could possibly spare his life before a second hand axe is drawn and placed alongside the first, and then that one too is driven in with a second hammer strike, splitting his chest open and driving the axes into his heart.
Woo!
Cyclops is dead.
Oh, thank God. Well, I think we should take the head back.
A whole lot to take back.
Do you think this is the missing caravan? Or this is just random things he's taken?
It's missing from something.
I'll talk to. Is our boy gone?
Well, he ran away.
He ran off into the woods a little bit.
Sebastian!
I must do something
dead.
after this.
Everybody in the party gets 767 experience.
Nice.
Feel we should have asked for some more details on what was in this caravan.
I believe
He did tell you.
Yeah, it was a bunch of flour.
Yep.
Well, if this isn't flour, then I guess it's not the caravan.
There are empty sacks and there are sacks of flour.
Oh, well, see, there you go. This is it.
They're kind of scattered about all over the place. I mean, they might have come off of these caravans. Maybe they came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
We could grab the flour and haul it. We could grab whatever flour there is and haul it back, and then just tell them what happened.
Mm.
Well, let's all here first.
That's true. We should probably examine and do our best to see if this is, in fact, the caravan.
We'll have to see if there's anything usable to transport this amount of stuff.
Okay. So, so the party is looking to gather up the flour. Do I understand that correctly then?
Yeah.
Well, that and also just seeing what's all here.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. There's from clothing to sheets of fabric that are now soaking in the mud, to spoons and forks, broken plates, flour, grain, dried meats. Well, maybe the dried meats are gone, actually.
What's the state of the carriage? Is it usable?
No.
Is there any sign of ox?
Make an investigation.
21.
Yes and no. There are signs of ox, but it's because the ropes that are still attached to the wagon have ox hair caught in it.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a manifest or something? Like an inventory on the cargo?
Not at first glance. You would have to search around among all of this crap to see if you could find it. Somebody please roll investigation with advantage.
Does anybody have a really high investigation?
Got a +2.
No. I also have a +2.
You got it.
Gotcha. Gonna roll a 19.
Okay. So it takes... Ooh, no, not that. There we go. Takes roughly 2 hours to sift through enough of this crap until eventually you find a waterlogged book that has probably been out in the rain a few times. And not all of its pages are legible, but there are certainly plenty of them that are, to understand that this is at least one of these wagons manifests. In the far back, one of the pages that is legible, it lists out like a base summary that states that 40 bags of flour are to be delivered to Miss Cliff, the Miss Cliff Marketplace, Lower City.
Seems like we found the caravan. How many bags of flour have survived?
16.
Okay. Are the carts still workable, or are they destroyed completely?
Oh no. Yeah, they're completely messed up.
Okay.
That's gonna be it.
Mark, do you think you could carry these 16 back?
Well, I should be able to do that.
Okay. Then we can just haul these back and tell the unfortunate master of the marketplace that this is all that remains of his shipment.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Well, Vinmont, do you want to add another head to your collection?
Oh yes, that is a very big head.
Take his toes too. I've heard they're a good potion ingredient.
I think we're gonna need to work together.
Toes
Make time on that.
crazy. Take his toes crazy.
Take the toes.
Oh, we will take the toes. Fingers too, even.
Yes.
His goddamn sternum. Sternum.
Why people in the north would make use of giants' bones, even their skin, tools, furniture. It's a very valuable corpse.
No, unfortunately, I don't think we can drag the entire thing back.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, let's start with the head. It'll take us a while.
Oh yeah. This thing is huge.
Yeah.
Later that evening, the party will wind down. We'll bring everyone together. Nope. Well, I've lost Sebastian's piece. And, he's nonetheless here. Samara,
Yes.
give me a perception check.
Okay. 9.
Passive it is. So, you stare into the night sky, and you're just looking up at the stars, when one of them winks out.
crazy.
Soon followed by a second.
Shit.
Mara, how deep into the lawn to I'm gonna go rush to awaken.
Oh, everybody's awake. You guys are just off doing your own things. I mean, this is just the end of the day. All this stuff's been harvested. There's no point in moving right now because the day is almost over. So by the time night comes in, nobody's like gone to bed. Everyone's still just kind of hanging around.
Spar's gonna rush over to Vimark and to Nalring, like, guys, crazy. I just saw 2 stars disappear.
What now?
Look at the sky.
Make a perception check.
What? Where were you? Oh, no, just that first one. Perception.
You're looking at the sky,
22.
and sure enough, as you scan across the sky very slowly, you see one light in passing blink out.
They're right there. It just went.
It's that's not supposed to happen at all. It's
No. What's happening? Is this part of your vision?
I don't think so. It shouldn't. Yes. In my vision, the night sky was pitch black, no lights at all.
Look up at all the stars.
All the
You're not
stars were
meaning to
gone.
tell me all of those are gonna disappear.
That's what I saw. I saw a shadow sweep over the night sky and blanket the entire sky till nothing could shine through, or there was nothing left to shine through. It may have been more literal, I guess, than I thought. We should get back to the church as quick as possible. They should know about this. All of this.
Yes. It would probably be foolish to go stumbling into the dark, though.
Of course, but it's terrible.
I think I'm going to go pray. The time over is.
Of course, of course.
See if he gleans answers. First I grab a, like, I don't know, just like a simple stone bowl from my backpack. I go. I will fill the bowl with some of the giant's blood.
Okay.
And I'll go off on a walk into the woods.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a good idea to go stumbling in the dark, but I'm going.
I'm going to
Not too far.
anyway, damn it.
Not too far. Just a few minutes.
But far enough.
Couple minutes out. And there I will do a warrior blood ritual from the north and pray to Timorius, asking him if this is divine retribution. Just one question. If this is his judgment against us.
How long do you pray?
So ritual like this, probably at least 20 minutes. If not up to an hour.
Sadly, Vimok does not get an answer this time.
No answers today.
Timorius is quiet.
I received no answers this night. I don't know what to make of the silence.
If there's anything else the party wants to discuss this night, we can wrap the evening up.
I'm good to wrap.
Yeah.
And the party will wake on the next day. This time after chores, I believe, ready to travel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
To Miss Cliff. To the church.
By late morning, the party will arrive at the gates of Mistcliff. As you guys begin moving through the streets, you can overhear that there are people who are worriedly talking to one another about the disappearing stars. There is also lots of talk about night terrors.
Night.
Not just nightmares, but a mass outbreak of night terrors has taken place all over the city, rich and poor.
Really? But the church and then the flower guy.
Yes.
You guys are not. You do not make it to the gates of the Solari before guards, other members of the Assembly of the Shield will rush forward and see that you have a prisoner. And they will escort you to the gates to ensure that you have proper backup and, just procedure.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when they finally allow you inside, or I suppose when they finally walk with you inside, they will break off and head back to their original posts. Yeah. So I think you guys will check your prisoner in. And then from there, you will probably fill out a report. And then you get to wait until you're called to speak with Palatine Warden Malric. And so this is kind of that moment where you guys will have like an hour or two to wait. Maybe this is when Samara, Melrig, and Vimok bathe and put on clothes that are not armor. I guess for Vimok and Samara it's not entirely true, but, Vimok can shed his coat of hooks. Samara can put on clothes that are not, travel clothes. Melrig can get out of his armor and put on something a little bit more comfortable. And then, even after all of this is done and you find yourselves, clean and refreshed, maybe even fed, your meeting with Sir Melric is pushed to the next day.
Yeah.
It seems that Malric is dealing with a lot right now and does not have time to stop what he's doing to meet with someone about a new problem.
Well, we can go and return this flower first, and then return and wait till the next day.
Well, we could honestly just leave the report for him. He will get to it.
Yeah, we can.
He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, we can just leave the report, the prisoner, and the book, and the two heads. Then
I'm sure the man can read what's on the page. We don't need to read it to him.
no.
I think you all will check in this evidence to the Assembly of the Scroll. I think the scroll will take the evidence that you have, keep it all together. When it comes to the heads, there will be a preservation procedure that will happen. They are going to attempt to preserve the heads as best they can so they don't rot. It has already been several days, and they are beginning to... Well, at least the Minotaur head is beginning to stink.
Yeah.
It's not quite rancid yet, but it's gonna start stinking soon. So preservation is necessary to keep these things intact. So they're going to begin working on that. Same with the Cyclops head. You guys have to do another separate report, though, about the Cyclops. Because this thing is part of a whole different thing you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, wait a minute, there's a Cyclops too? And so they have to, try and figure out what happened there. You fill out a whole other report. And then you're finally released, and we're just going to pan to you guys, tired, dealing with bureaucracy all morning, standing in a very busy and loud market with people passing by you and rubbing against you, and bags upon bags of flour.
All right.
I think
Let's
we
drop
just need to
this.
return this, and then we can go rest, and then we can head out again. God damn it.
I need one of those baths.
We're gonna need to bathe again. We're gonna have to buy more jelly.
Oh, that does sound very good.
We can bathe and eat a jar of jelly at the same time.
I have tokens now. I can get some.
Sebastian, see how he's doing.
That's true. We have to make sure we can actually. Do we need Sebastian anymore? Honestly, let's be honest here.
No, he's probably going to die out there if we bring him.
Yeah, I feel we've completed the task we needed of Sebastian. I think we're fine.
Yes.
Fine.
Let's not try to get the poor man killed.
He's lucky he made it home in one piece already.
Yeah.
I feel he's had enough trouble for his life.
Okay.
So let's just lead us to where this market guy is, and we can return his flour, what's left of it.
Yes, I suppose we ought to do that.
I'm sorry about your friend, Samara, but it is better for him.
No,
It is.
I know. He didn't. I enjoyed having an extra.
We'll find someone else out there at the station. We're going to.
Yeah, we'll find others.
Of course.
Who knows? We may need another guide soon. And we can always go back to Sebastian if we need him.
That's fair. We should go, return the flower.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys walk back into the offices with bags of flour. Of course, the market manager guy is exceptionally interested in what happened. And so he pulls up a chair and begins to listen to your guys' story about tracking down the flower and running into the Cyclops and tracking it back to its home and finding all the flower there. And you might even produce the book and give him the manifest to show that, this is in fact the caravan. And so for this quest, I was originally just going to give 100 XP, but I think that you went looking for a manifest as a way to prove whether or not this is the caravan, and you spent 2 whole hours looking for it. I think that that's pretty clever.
Thank you.
So we're going to do 125 experience for the party for finishing that quest.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So not only did you bring back some of the flour, but you also proved that it was, in fact, that caravan. And the market guy is super happy, right? Because he is going to be able to offload this flour for a lot of money. The fact that he even got 16 bags back is huge. This is... In a world where animal slaughtering has suddenly just kind of disappeared,
Yeah.
this flour is very valuable.
Oh, yeah.
We're all going to be eating bugs.
Yes.
We're all forced vegetarians now.
Yeah. Try to look for mushrooms.
The good news is the only meat that seems to still be floating around and has now become even more dominant than what it was already here on the island is fish.
Fish, alright?
Fish.
It seems so. Fish are not bleeding black blood.
Okay.
Ooh. Good to know.
That's good.
And some sailors, even just to check them, started by eating them alive. Soft-bodied fish, not fish with scales.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's good.
I mean, that's good to know.
I mean, that's what the people are saying. Who knows if that's true, but...
Yeah, we can always check.
Well, next time if we come back and everybody's dead...
We'll know.
I'm talking specifically about, the guy eating a raw fish, while it was alive. Right? That's just peasant talk.
okay.
But it also
the fish
could have happened. But the fish are fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to make sure that that's not misinterpreted. If I ever say something like, "Oh yeah, a guy bit into a live fish," right, and that's how they tested it, right? That's probably just flavor text. That's probably peasant talk.
Yeah.
But mechanically, fish are fine.
Fish are fine.
Nice.
Well,
Fish
we may
are
need to buy
food.
some. Yeah, fish are food. We might need
Seems
to
I
buy
could make a
some
lot of
fishing
tokens
rods.
here.
Yes. You might need to get a small boat and get some fishing rods.
I wonder if there are whales in this Hungarian sea.
I don't think there are, but I could be wrong. I don't know much about this sea.
Unfortunately.
Well, I think it's best if we don't want to go shopping around, to return back to our things and rest and get ready for the next adventure.
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the church. Or
Back to
the
the church.
domiciles.
Is there anything that the party absolutely wants to do on this day?
I'd like to walk around and see if that prophet is anywhere.
Oh, that's
To
true,
see if he's still
Touch on.
doing his thing.
Let me check.
If anything, he could become more prominent. Because of these stars.
Session number are we on?
3?
3?
3.
Okay. Give me an investigation check as you go to look for the prophet. Who is looking for the prophet?
Oh,
Just you?
yes.
I mean,
Is somebody going with?
yeah, I would, yeah.
Do I do it with advantage?
Yeah. If you're going with multiple people, Samara, are you going as well?
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Okay.
that is a 12.
Shit.
Oh, he's not hard to find.
That's true.
Because the crowd that used to gather around him has grown even larger. And only this time, instead of people like listening to a sermon, he has not moved. He has not bathed. And it looks like he hasn't even eaten. And most eerily of all, even to the crowd, who sits almost quiet, minus whispers to those who are standing among one another, the prophet sings his sermon in reverse.
Well, that's odd.
That is very odd.
Well,
It sounds like a record or like a tape, right? Being rewound, and you can hear it.
what is this?
That is the question everyone is asking in the crowd to one another.
Yeah,
I'll kneel down to somebody. Has any member of the clergy or has anyone examined him?
Yes, several doctors come down from the Solari. He didn't stop them. They just checked on him. He is dying.
I can see it.
He's letting himself die. Why would
No.
he do that?
I don't know.
But now this,
Smart.
whatever he's singing, it's different.
Yeah.
This is eerie.
Tara, didn't you say you understood him last time?
Yes. Can I attempt to understand his reversed song?
To you, it sounds even more messed up.
That makes sense.
How long do you listen?
I think I listened for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just intently trying to focus on the words.
He loops his sermon after a minute. You can hear the full reverse sermon sung twice in 2 minutes. The first time that you listen through it, you could have swore you caught a single phrase that miraculously, even though reversed, comes out in a normal speech in this language. Your heart sinks, and you wait for the second time. And as this verse comes up, you pay attention and you listen closely. And the words that get repeated in this single phrase, the end of the world is nigh.
He's saying that the world is ending.
Several people all around you turn and go, "What?"
He's singing that the end of the world is I think we should go tell the captain.
There are several people that are around you guys.
All of you remain calm. We don't know anything yet.
Well, why go tell the Solari? Why not tell us? What is he saying? What is he saying? Several people begin to lift their voice around you, drawing even more attention from other people around them.
Not say anything tomorrow.
Listen to this noise that he is making. It's madness. You all. There has been an event that has happened. All of us need to do our part. We just went out there. There are people who have lost their minds, seeking dark powers instead of the gods for solutions. Madness is spreading. Don't sit here and waste this time. Get up. Do your part. Go back to your labors. Do what you can. For all of us. For each other. Stop listening to this. Don't watch this man die.
Make a persuasion check.
10.
Can I give him advantage by helping him, by trying to also reassure him, reassure the crowd?
How would you do that while he's speaking? Without talking over him?
Not talking over him? Fuck.
Yeah, what does that look like, reassuring the crowd?
I would try to take confident face, to try and give off a very warm aura, to calm the crowd down. You know, just like show that I'm not rattled by what I've said and what I've heard.
Okay.
Just like sitting there with this confidence.
I'm basically
thumbs up.
asserting confidence. Yeah. Can I also touch him and give him guidance
Okay.
while I'm doing that?
Okay. I think we can allow your guidance to come through.
Oh, hey. 14.
Okay. 13, you mean? Oh, 14.
14.
No. With the
That was
one,
plus,
yeah. Okay. There are several people who look to one another, and they kind of nod as you talk. Some of them remove their caps when you mention, like, don't watch this man die. They remove their caps out of respect. And talking amongst themselves, several portions of the crowd begin to split and move away. Others, however, cannot let this go. So they will stay.
Yeah. Do what you must. The time will come when he will pass. Let's go.
You will leave the crowd and head to the Solari.
Oh yeah, that's creepy. In
Yeah, just a little
reverse.
bit, yeah.
Yeah,
He's got weirder somehow.
admittedly, am not a big fan.
No.
No.
Of
You heard him.
transpired.
You heard him speak about the end of the world.
Yes.
That is concerning the disappearing stars that are happening.
I think we should be wary of what is to come of this event. I think all of this is pointed to grander crisis, the cult, the visions, the animals, and their black in the blood and their mania. I think there has to be something at a grander scale going on here, and it is becoming each passing day more undeniable. Yeah, but I don't know where to look or where to start, and I hope the Solari does.
The only place that I can think would be the gods. Look to them.
What?
I'm going to continue praying until I get answers.
Yes.
You all head to the Solari. But unfortunately, there's no one there to accept you. At least, nobody that has the available time. There are people there that are running around that are getting so turned around that they're going down the wrong hallways and they have to turn back, right? There are people who are bumping into one another, and instead of apologizing, they kind of look at each other and they, and they just keep going. The system is hard at work.
Yeah.
And so, with nothing else to do but to turn to the gods, there is a small chapel off to the side of your apartments, I guess. And in this chapel, there is a shrine to each of the 13 gods. And so, kneeling in front of the shrines to your gods, there is a cry for answers. As another day goes to pass, as the party prays in fear of what's to come, more stars begin to blink out of the sky, as they have for each passing night the last 4 nights. whether the party has noticed it or not. Word has gone around. There are no dogs in the city. There are no cats. Rats have become so vicious that it became easy to kill them. And whispers go out, too, that there are not even rats in Miss Cliff anymore. Except for those that may be hidden in the ground. The fish are fine, but food options have become scarce. And the poor are being more heavily afflicted than any other class.
Yeah.
With all of this in mind, a cry for help goes to the gods. And there is, in this moment, with the three of you praying together, finally an answer. Maybe not one that you were hoping for, but a single phrase is uttered into your mind from the collective voices of the 13 gods. The melody of creation.
Melody of creation.
The melody of creation.
What does it mean?
Good question. Very, very good question.
It doesn't sound like judgment to me.
No.
No. It sounds very powerful, at the very least.
Yes.
To weave things into existence with song sounds fantastic, to be honest.
Does. But if it's the melody of creation, why are things being taken away? Is it to make space for these new creations?
Possibly. Maybe the song requires materials, things. Things to be repurposed or cleared. Like clearing a forest in order to make space for buildings and stuff. That's why this melody has been so chaotic.
But why no warning?
Maybe there was. Maybe there was warnings. We just weren't the
Didn't
ones
see
being
it.
warned. Maybe my visions were the warning. Who knows how the divine...
It's true.
It was something like this. This... It is unprecedented, at least.
Why give us a warning if there's nothing to be done? If it's to end, nothing to be done about it, or nothing comes of it.
Maybe it's like to brace for impact, you know, on a ship. You can't steer the ship away from the rocks, but you can at least tell the people to ready themselves for the crash. Maybe it's destructive, but survivable.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, hopefully, this is just the first of many messages from the gods to hopefully guide us through this melody of creation.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll have to see.
The doors slam open to the temple. And strolling in are seven members of the Assembly of the Shield. And they have purple shoulder cloaks.
Mhm.
6 of them part and stand at attention, 3 on each side of the entry walkway as the 7th steps forward, and he has a gold band on his cloak along with the purple. He pulls a purple hood off of his head as he enters the sanctuary, revealing a middle-aged man, a scar on his face, and brown but graying hair. He places his hands in front of him, calmly and respectfully, and says, Melrig, Samara Vimak, you have been summoned to speak with the Palatine Warden immediately.
Oh, no way.
Of course.
We will escort you.
Lead the way.
They take you straight away from the temple, kind of surrounding you. And they lead you up towards the Solari. Once you enter the lower chambers, where the Senate houses and the central chamber of the Republic, normally you're used to going upstairs straight to where the Solari is.
Mhm.
Only this time you do not. With a little spark of confusion probably from all of you, you do not take the stairs up. You go through the archways in between the 2 sections of stairs, and you enter into the Senate Assembly Chamber. And the chamber has been split, obviously. On one side are clearly Miss Cliff Senatorial, is the Miss Cliff Senatorial body. They have white garments with a blue band that goes down the left arm, and a gray band that goes down the other. So they stand out in contrast to the many different higher collection of assembly leaders from each assembly that are stationed on the whole other side of the hall. The chamber is exceptionally well lit, and members of the Assembly of the Shield are stationed everywhere as guards. With how much people are talking, this is not an orderly meeting. This has clearly been called at the last minute.
Okay.
And instead of taking a seat, there is another spark of confusion as you are all led to the center of the chamber, where the Paladin Warden Melric is standing. And as you guys enter the center, the guards kind of break off and block the exit for a short time, like maybe 4 seconds, before they ceremoniously turn on their heels and in unison march back down the hall.
Okay.
The assembly takes a couple of seconds to gather itself as gavels go out to try and calm the crowd. And the booming voice of Malric finally is the thing to silence the crowd before he continues with Melrig, Samara, and Vimok have not been briefed about what this is for. And so allow me to clear the confusion. And I ask for patience and silence at this time. And he will now close into the center of the hall with you three, where only you guys can speak privately.
Okay.
The warden comes forward and he says, my apologies for not sending people to go get you sooner. I had nobody to send. You must believe me.
What's going on, Paladin?
You're not in any trouble, believe me. But you might wish you were.
Is this about the individual that we brought?
Yes. And much more. Your report was disturbing. Coinciding with everything else that's going on, people are scared.
Yes.
Justifiably.
These are frightening times. Yes.
The Assembly of the Scroll is what called this meeting, including advising the Senate to be present. We're going to submit your case. We're going to go over it and what happened. And the scroll will reveal to us why we are here.
Very well.
Very well.
We'll do a briefing again after the meeting. But for now, you are SHIELD Assembly members. Probably some of the best we have, even though we haven't given you enough time to prove it. Stay strong. Don't let the crowd intimidate you. Do not go on the back foot. No matter what.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He will turn to face the crowd, and the proceedings will begin. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. We're not going to roleplay the whole thing. That would take us a whole other hour. Okay? But your entire mission from the moment you get into the Assembly of the Shield's graduation outfit is dissected. Your adventure into the sewers. Your fight with the rats.
Okay.
Many senatorial members stand and say this should have been a warning that the animals were turning. These rats were clearly mad-driven. Where was the Assembly of the Shield to warn us about this? They had members in the sewers, battling, as they described, oceans of rats.
There was a were-rat present. That'd be
The were-rat is also brought in.
We thought the creature had control over the swarms.
He seemed to be able to have some sway over their movements and actions.
Were-rat is brought in and questioned in front of the whole crowd, right? He's brought in like a Hannibal Lecter stretcher.
Oh God.
Right. It's made out of wood, right?
Yeah.
But it's got like bronze wheels and stuff, and so he's strapped to this thing. There are 4 guards that attend to him and have spears on him at all times. And when he cackles from underneath his mask, we're gonna put him in a mask too. He mentions how he can control a select few of rats. But he noticed that if he simply spoke to them, many more wanted to feed. They wanted to fight back. And he cherished this rebellious nature of them oh so much. And so this kind of language is dissected in court. And then your adventures beyond, right?
Mhm.
Sebastian, unfortunately, is dragged into the chamber. He is in cuffs, not because he has been arrested, but because he is being detained. And their suspicions become correct when it is told that he, when it's discovered that he used alchemist fire, which is strictly illegal.
Oh. Okay.
And so Sebastian is hauled off to serve a small sentence for illegal weaponry.
Well, now he's extra safe.
Yeah, now he's in a jail. He'd be protected by the other members of the Shield.
You guys, however, acted within full authority. You acted as members of the Assembly of the Shield, and you not only took down a horrifying cult, but a Minotaur that they were able to summon. This name, Minotaur, is given to this creature, given an ancient legend about a terrifying bull that used to lurk underneath the island and would charge at its prey after locating them in a labyrinth. So yes, to answer or to maybe clear the air on one thing, this is the first appearance of the Minotaur on Naphis.
Oh shit.
Each.
And we killed it.
And brought back its head, which goes on full display. As well as the Cyclops head, which goes on full display.
Beautiful.
Nice.
There is silence from the split room at first, and then several praises that come out. Now the Assembly of the Scroll will stand as they alert everyone to why they're here. An elderly man steps forward. And he says, "We, the members of the Scroll, have not been idle. We've noticed the signs after the animals. These terrible, terrible things have been foretold long ago. This, of course," and he holds up a scroll case with presumably a scroll in it, "is a copy of a long and ancient text that we were not able to decipher. Its language was of Old Elithrian. Our archives did not have a key. Until," and he motions at the prisoner, the cultist, who is uttering still, "until a living codex of Old Elithrian appeared, with a small codex of its own. a discovery has been made. It is as we fear. The end of the world is nigh. But there is hope. A pillar of 3. And the melody of creation. The melody can only be held by the 3 columns that would present themselves as the foundations of a new world. I believe these columns stand before us today in flesh. Rimok, Samara, and Melrig. Lowbones, all of them, and of a lowly assembly on Thessalonia.
Imposter syndrome to a certain degree, and the only way
It is not accident you wind up here, I see, but fate. He begins to descend the big steps of the oval room to approach the middle. And he passes from his hands into Samara's, the scroll case, and closes your hands around it. We now send you beyond our shores, not to save us, but the world. The melody of creation exists, and it must be found. Can be found. And we will send you 3 to find it. Does anyone in this room object? He turns. Nobody stands. Then it is settled. Paladin Warden, he steps forward to Malric. And he says, I am sorry to do this to you, but I relieve the command of these 3 from your charge. And I now place them under the authority of the gods. For we cannot decide their fate. They will decide ours.
I hope you are right about us. That we are part of prophecy.
It's there, in your hands. It can only be yours.
We will do what must be done.
We will find this thing, and we'll try to save our world before it's too late. As best we can.
And that is all we can hope for. He pats Melrig on the shoulder as he goes to turn around and pass by you to take his seat. As soon as he does, Paladin Warden Malric steps into the center and says a prayer, and then asks if anyone objects to the closing of the procedures. There's no objection. And the mass assembly officially closes. It should be noted at this point that things are going to get a little hectic. The calmness of the assembly was controlled by its officiality. Now there are several people who wish to come down the steps and speak to you, which is instantly seen by Paladin Warden Malric as a threat.
Oh,
The assembly of the shield closes in around U3, and you are escorted from the chambers. Where you are taken safely up to Paladin Warden Malric's private chambers, which are extensive. I think, with it now being 10:05 p.m., this will close out session 3, and we will pick up session 4 in Malric's chambers, where he will now debrief the party about the meeting. And this is where we really get to bite into the meat and potatoes of what it is you guys are doing.
No, yes.
we're gonna be a lopsided column.
Oh.
Vermont's gonna be so much taller of a column than us.
Don't worry, I will carry the weight
Well,
of the world.
It's one of those endless images where it's just like, this is what equality is, and it's like the two kids, like the tall
Oh, yeah.
kid, and like the little kid and the little kid in the audience.
Yeah,
It's gonna be us.
it's like the ancient Greek books that have like the fallen, like decaying columns on the spines. And so it's like Venmok on the first book, and then it's like Samara, and then Melrig, because it gets like the foundation's gonna be crooked.
Then Mark will just become Atlas.
And there you go.
This up in the shoulders.
We'll just stand in front of you while you're just holding it, and we're just like, oh, we're here. You got this, Venmok.
My knee itches.
Don't worry, I'll scratch it. It's at perfect height.
Yeah, and just throws this in there.
So the party will receive 300 experience for party XP, or session XP.